pretty, huh? I get to listen to that kind of music all day long. My name is Rolly, and I'm a Dalmatian puppy. I live with my 14 brothers and sisters and my mom and dad in a house of a songwriter named Roger. Hold on a minute and listen to one of the songs he wrote.
Of the way the band can play that playful melody. Oh, how your happy feet will wander on through the dancing floor down yonder when they play that playful melody. Happy as you are, find a little star, place it in the sky above. Make it big and bright, and its shiny light has to light the night for those who fall in love. You'll find a field full of four-leaf clover, your happy heart's gonna bubble over, 'cause of the way the band play that playful melody. 'Cause of the way the band will play that playful melody.
Not a bad song for a human, is it? We sort of like it. We don't see very much of Roger, though. Most of our time is spent with our mom and dad named Pongo and Perdita, and with a wonderful woman named Nanny Cook, who was with us when we were born and always looked after us.
What adorable little puppies. Oh, I love all of you. As long as I'm around, you'll never have to worry, because I'll take good care of you.
There was one woman we were scared of. Soon after we were born, she visited our house near Regent's Park. She was a tall, bony woman with black and white hair and a huge fur coat. Her name was Cruella de Vil, and my mother always called her a devil woman.
Ah, the puppies have been born. I'll take the whole lot. I'll write you a check now.
But when Roger and Nanny Cook told her the puppies weren't for sale, she got very angry.
Not for sale? I can't have them. Well, we'll see about that. You just wait, I'll get them yet.
The devil woman stalked out of the house, slamming the door after her. We soon forgot about her. In our home, there was always something exciting to do. But the best time was in the evening when we got to watch Thunderbolt, our favorite television show. Like all television shows for humans, ours had a commercial. It went like this.
Canine crunchies can't be beat. They make each meal a special treat. Happy dogs are those who eat nutritious canine crunchies.
Yes, all dogs from toy chihuahuas to Great Danes love canine crunchies. Chock full of vital food elements, Canine Crunchies keep you feeling fit and looking trim. Try all 3 delicious flavors: Atlantic salmon, Highland stag, and pheasant under glass.
Oh, Canine Crunchies all contain selected meat and wholesome grain. To a Chihuahua or Great Dane, all dogs love Canine Crunchies.
For a deeper bark, a sharper nose, and a shinier coat, eat Canine Crunchies. As TV star Thunderbolt says, out here on the set, the average dog gets mighty tired and wilted, but I've found there's less feet dragging and more tail wagging after a meal of Canine Crunchies.
So do what all the smart dogs do, and you'll feel great the whole day through. You can be a champion too if you eat Canine Crunchies.
And remember, Canine Crunchies are made by the makers of feline Finchies.
Well, it was after one of these shows, when Mom and Dad went with their humans for a walk in the park, that the devil woman sent 2 awful villains, Horace and Jasper Baden, to dog-nap us. When we were alone in the house with Nanny Cook, the Badens banged on the door.
Coming. What do you want?
Oh, good evening, ma'am. We're here to inspect the wiring and the switches.
We're from the gas company.
Electric.
Oh, yes, electric company.
But we didn't call for any inspection.
Oh, yes, ma'am, I know. You see, there's a new act being passed in Parliament. It's very important, it's a law, and it's for your own safety, ma'am.
I don't care what Parliament says. You're not coming in here, not with a Mr. and Mrs. Gone.
Oh, come off it, Ducky. We got no time to palaver. We got a job to do.
You got cloth ears? I said you're not coming in here.
Oh, come on, Horace. Now, you look downstairs and I'll look upstairs.
You get out of here, you long-legged lummox. Get out of here before I throw this vase.
Sticks and stones can break my
Oh,
bones.
knock it off, Horace, and get to work. Now you done it. You cut me to the quick, lady. So enter the closet with you.
Get your bony hand off me. Now stop it, I say. Help, police, help.
There they are, Jasper. The puppies are in the kitchen.
All right, quick. Into the bag with them and we'll be off.
How many puppies?
15.
Let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. What comes after 4?
Oh, never mind. We've got 'em all. Come on now, let's get out of here. Goodbye, lady, and thanks for the hospitality.
Oh, those common snake thieves. Did they take the silver? No, it's still here. Our good china? No. The puppies. They stole the puppies. Oh, somebody help me. Somebody help me. They stole the puppies. Help! Help! Police! Police!
The newspapers gave lots of space to our disappearance. Scotland Yard was called in on the case, but nobody could solve the crime. That was when Dad decided to take things into his own hands.
I know. We'll try the Twilight Bark. If our puppies are anywhere in the city, the London dogs will know. Oh, I hope one of the dogs can hear me. It's the Great Dane at Hampstead. Oh, at last. Oh, I hope he understands the message.
The Great Dane picked up the message and relayed the barking. In a drawing room near Berkeley Square, a pampered Scotty heard the alarm. Near Soho, an Afghan continued the message. A fancy French poodle in Hyde Park heard the call, which carried to the river where a barge dog heard the message. The barge drifted slowly down the Thames River, and every few minutes the dog repeated the call. Until it was heard by Towser, the old bloodhound who lived on a farm near the old hall. That's where all of us were being kept prisoner by Horace and Jasper Batten. Then old Towser repeated the message for the Colonel, an old sheepdog who lived right next to the hall. But it wasn't the Colonel who first heard the bark. It was a cat named Sergeant Tibbs.
Sounds like old Towser. It's an alert. I'd better report to the Colonel at once. Colonel? I say, Colonel!
Oh, dear, what's going on? Who goes there?
Sergeant Tibbs reporting, sir.
Tibbs? Oh, yes, Sergeant Tibbs. I say, what's the idea of barging in at this hour of the night?
But Colonel, I...
Hold on, Sergeant. Did you hear that? By Jove, it sounds like an alert.
Yes, Colonel.
Well, we'd better look into it. Come on, Tibbs, on the double.
It's old Towser down at Withermaster.
By Jove, so it is. Well, I'll see what he wants, sir. That's one long howl, 2 short, 1 yip and a woof. I say it's from London.
Then it must be important.
Yes, I'll get the rest of it. Well, that sounds like a number. Let's see, 3 5s are 13.
That's 15, sir.
15? Of course it's 15. Spotted pudding, poodle, no, puddles.
Puddles, sir?
Yes. 15 spotted puddles stolen. Balderdash.
Better double-check it, Colonel.
Oh, yes, of course.
It sounds like puppies, sir.
Of course it is. Puppies.
Colonel, I just remembered. 2 nights past, I heard puppies barking over at Old Hall.
You mean the old DeVille place? Oh, nonsense, Tibbs. No one's lived there for years.
But there's smoke coming from the chimney.
By Jove. That's strange. You know, they say the old place is haunted or bewitched or some such fiddle-faddle.
Fiddle-faddle and rot, sir.
Well, just the same, Sergeant, I think you should look into it. Now, use extreme caution. No telling what sort of hocus-pocus you might run into.
Me, sir? Go over there, sir?
Well, of course, Sergeant. And right away. On the double, man.
Right-o, sir. On the double, he says.
Sure enough, Sergeant Tibbs found us in the old hall. He reported back to the Colonel, who notified Towser, who relayed the message from farm to farm, all the way to London, where it reached the ears of Mom and Dad.
What? Why, it's the Great Dane. He has news. The puppies have been located somewhere north of here in Suffolk. We're to contact old Towser at Withermarsh, and he'll direct us to... the Colonel? Yes, the Colonel, that's what he said. Well, there's no time to lose. Let's go, Perdita. We can sneak out the back window. It's always open just a little bit.
So it was that Mom and Dad learned where we were, and they set out to rescue us. The way was long and the snow was deep. Could they find us in time? We could only wait and see.
Cruella de Vil, Cruella de Vil. If she doesn't scare you, no evil thing will. To see her is to take a sudden chill. Cruella, Cruella de Vil. The curl of her lips, the ice in her stare. All innocent children had better beware. She's like a spider waiting for the kill. Look out for Cruella de Vil. At first you think Cruella is a devil, but after time has wore away the shock,
you come to realize you've seen her kind of eyes
watching you from underneath a rock. This vampire bat, this inhuman beast, she ought to be locked up but never released. The world was such a wholesome place until Cruella, Cruella de Vil. Oh, Cruella, Cruella, Cruella de Vil.
That song was sure right. If she won't get you, some evil thing will. And Cruella really had us now. What Mom and Dad didn't know was that Cruella had bought Dalmatian puppies from every pet shop in London. And when she couldn't buy us, she had us dog-napped. Instead of 15 puppies, Pongo and Perdita were racing toward 99 puppies in the DeVille family mansion. But suddenly, a car drove up to the gate and a woman got out. With her new fur coat flying behind her, Cruella de Vil ran into the room where Jasper and Horace were keeping us prisoners.
I've no time to argue. I tell you it's got to be done tonight.
But they ain't begging off.
Ah, you couldn't get half a dozen coats out of the old caboodle.
Then we'll settle for a half a dozen. We can't wait. The police are everywhere. I want the job done tonight.
How are we going to do it?
Any way you like. Poison them. Drown them. Do you have any chloroform?
Not a drop.
Well, I don't care how you kill the little beast, but do it. I'll be back first thing in the morning. The job better be done or I'll call the police. You understand?
I think she means it, Jasper.
Ah, she's an old windbag. Come on, turn on the television. It's time to watch my favourite programme. And we'll get the job done when the show's over.
Out of the night, when the full moon is bright.
Hey, you fatty.
Yes, what is it?
I'm Sergeant Tibbs. I've come to rescue you from this place. We've got help outside. You 15 just follow me, and you'll be safe.
But we can't leave the others.
Hype. Well, in that case, you'll all have to follow me. Quick now, while they're watching the telly on the double.
Tell you what, Jasper, when the show's over, I'll pop 'em one, and you do the skinning.
No, I'll pop 'em and you skin. Hey, wait a minute. Where are they?
They were here a minute ago.
Well, they're gone. They flew the coop. Right out through that little hole in the wall and right in the middle of my favourite telly show. Why, the ungrateful little tykes. Well, we'll show 'em. Yeah, grab a flashlight, Horace. We'll track 'em down.
Sergeant Tibbs hid us under the stairs, and Jasper was standing within biting distance of me when he said,
Now, you look in the dining room, Horace, and I'll take the hall. They've got to be someplace. Yeah, puppies. Come on now. Don't go hiding from your old Uncle Jasper. Ah, there you are, you little mongrels.
Sergeant Tibbs made a dash for the door, and we all followed, and just at that moment...
Pardon me, are you the one they call the Colonel?
By Jove, it can't be the Pongos.
Oh, puppies. Are they all right?
Well, no time to explain. I'm afraid there's trouble. Big hullabaloo. Come along, follow me.
Just as Horace was reaching for me, Dad leaped in and grabbed him by the arm.
Couple of spotted hyenas! Hey there, get away, you... I'll show you! Blast it all, Tibbs, go on. Give 'em what for?
No, Colonel. Retreat, retreat!
Oh, yes, of course, retreat. On the double!
While Mom and Dad were fighting the Battens, the Colonel and the Sergeant sneaked us out to the barn. In a few minutes, Pongo and Perdita joined us.
I thought we'd never see you again, Lucky, and Patch and Freckles, and Rolly, you little rascal.
Did you bring me anything to eat?
Well, is everybody here, all 15?
There's 99 of us now, Dad.
Well, what on earth would she want with so many?
She was going to make coats out of us.
Oh, she couldn't.
That's right, sir. Dog skin coats.
Horace and Jasper were going to pop us off and skin us.
We'll have to get out of here and get back to London somehow.
What about the others? What'll they do?
We'll take them home with us, all of them.
Colonel, sir, lights on the road. It's the Baddens truck heading this way. They're following our tracks.
Well, we've got 'em outnumbered, Tibbs. Now, when I give the signal, we'll attack.
Oh, Colonel, sir, I'm afraid that would be disastrous, sir.
Oh, you think so?
Oh, he's right, Colonel. We'd better make a run for it.
Out the back way and across the pasture.
Thank you, Sergeant Colonel. How can we ever repay you for what you've done?
Oh, think nothing of it. All in the line of duty.
That's right, sir. Routine.
Well, you better be off. Here they come. On the double.
Aye, always on the double.
Well, good luck. Never fear. We'll hold them off.
Dad led us across the field and to a creek. He said we could walk down the frozen creek and not leave tracks. Suddenly, the Baddens truck appeared, and Dad made us hide under a bridge. The truck parked on top of the bridge, and we could hear the Baddens.
They've got to be around here somewhere.
Jasper, I've been thinking, what if they went down the froze-up creek so's not to leave their tracks?
Ah, Horace, you idiot. Dogs ain't that smart. Now, come on.
All clear, everybody. We gave him the slip.
My feet are slippery. Can't we walk on the snow?
No, Rolly, we can't leave tracks.
And I'm hungry. Isn't there anything to eat?
Well, maybe later we'll find something, Rolly.
We just kept walking and walking along the ice. The wind was blowing, the snow was coming down harder, and it was still awfully dark.
96, 97, 98... Oh, we're missing one. Oh, there he is. Oh, it's Rolly. Come on, boy. We can't give up now.
I'm tired, and I'm hungry, and my tail's froze. And my nose is frozen, my ears are frozen, my toes are froze.
Pongo! Pongo!
It's a collie.
We just about lost hope. We have shelter for you at the dairy across the road.
Oh, thank goodness. This way, Purdy, to the dairy farm. It's not far. Follow the collie. We're certainly grateful to you. This barn is just what we needed. The puppies were about frozen.
We're glad to do it for the famous Pongos. We were worried about you. Been trying to reach you for hours. Afraid you've been captured.
I'm hungry.
Well, we've taken care of that. We've some extra milk from the cows. Good fresh milk. And the puppies can drink their fill. Oh, and Pongo, here's a few scraps I've saved for you and the missus. It's not much, but it'll hold you as far as Dinsford.
Dinsford?
Yes, there's a Labrador there. His human is a grocer. I'll explain how to reach him in the morning. Better get some sleep now. You're exhausted, and you still have a long way to go.
Next morning, we started out again. The collie showed us the shortest way to Dinsford. We traveled in the fields and forests, but far off in the distance, we could hear Cruella de Vil driving her sports car. Crossing roads was our worst problem. Whenever possible, Dad would try to lead us through a culvert so we wouldn't leave tracks in the snow. Once, when we did cross a road, he tried to erase the tracks with a branch.
Ha! Look at those tracks. Tried to cover them up, but they couldn't outwit Cruella. Horace! Jasper! They're heading south! I'll meet you in Dinsford!
When we got to the village called Dinsford, there was a Labrador waiting for us. He led us to an old house where we could hide.
Pongo and Perdita, I've got a ride for you.
For all of us? You mean we don't have to walk anymore?
Oh, if we can manage it. You see that van down the street? It's going to London as soon as the engine's repaired, and there's room for all of you.
Oh, there's Cruella and Horace and Jasper. They're between us and the van.
Well, how are you ever going to make it without their seeing you?
I don't know.
Father, I'm hungry.
And you're also very dirty. Where have you been playing?
In the fireplace. Can I have something to eat?
That's it, Rolly. You're all black from the soot. Let's all roll in the soot. And instead of being spotted Dalmatians, we'll all be black Labradors.
So we all rolled in the soot. Imagine our parents telling us they wanted us to be dirty. When we were all black, Dad led us to the van. We had to pass right by Horace and Jasper.
Look, Jasper, look at all those black puppies. You suppose they've disguised themselves?
Yeah, that's exactly what they did, Horace. Ah, you idiot. Dogs is always painting themselves black. Now, why don't you stop thinking and get to looking? They're bound to be around here someplace.
Almost all of us were in the van. Only one more group to come. They were trotting along in line when the water dripping from an icicle fell on Lucky and washed off his soot. Just at that moment, Cruella drove up.
No, it can't be. It's impossible. They've disguised themselves and walked to that van under our very noses. Horace, Jasper, you idiots, stop that van! The puppies are on the van! Hurry!
Lucky and Dad were the last to jump on the truck, and we were off for London. Of course, the driver didn't know we were aboard, and he couldn't understand why Cruella was chasing him.
Pull over to the side, you crazy driver! Stop! I've got to get those puppies!
But no matter how much he screamed and yelled at the driver, he kept driving right along, not paying any attention to her. The Baddens drove up from the other direction, trying to force our van off the road, but they missed. And the next thing we knew, the Baddens had smashed into Cruella's sports car, and they all went crashing down the hill.
No, you idiots! What have you done? You fools! You imbeciles!
Ah, shut up.
On the rest of the trip to London, we were warm and we slept. But I was getting just a little bit hungry. Once we were in London, Dad led us to our house near Regent's Park. We arrived on Christmas morning. But when we bounded in the door, Nanny Cook didn't recognize us.
Now then, what are all you Labradors doing here? Wait, you're not black, you're covered with soot. Why, it's Pongo and Perdita and the puppies. But there aren't 15. There are...
You know, this must be quite a shock. Only 15 puppies were stolen, but now we're 101 Dalmatians.
I wonder what your human Roger will do with us, Dad.
Yeah, I know what I wish he'd do, Rolly.
What's that?
Well, his song about Cruella de Vil was such a hit. I wish he'd use the money to buy up the old hall and let us all live there. With 101 Dalmatians, why, he could start sort of a Dalmatian plantation.
Dalmatian plantation, so peaceful and proud.
Blue skies and green meadows, no worries allowed.
Dalmatian plantation, good living in view.
All hearts are contented with a dream come true.
Oh, I love this place for its lazy pace and its welcome on the door.
For 101
different reasons, and soon there'll be more. Our searching is over, no more will we roam. Dalmatian plantation.